my point is, man, the Bible is reliable. And because another reason the Bible is reliable is because it has fulfilled prophecies in it. No other religion has fulfilled prophecies. No other religion. Only Christianity. How much do you know about the crucifixion of Jesus?
I wouldn't
Have
say
you,
I'm more educated than the like normal person about it, but I think I
okay.
know a little about it, right?
Yeah, sure, sure. Do you mind if I read you a text?
Let me
Just
read it. I mean, you can read it.
from the Bible, just real quick, bro. I'm not going to try to take a whole lot of your time. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He was like a lamb led to the slaughter, like a sheep before his shearers. He is silent, but he opened his mouth not. By oppression and judgment he was taken away for his generation. He was considered cut off from the land of the living, stricken and oppressed for his people. They made his grave with the wicked, and he was with a rich man at his death. Although he had done no violence, there was no deceit in his mouth. Yet it was the will of the Lord to crush him. He put him to grief, but his soul lives to make an offering for guilt, and he will see his offspring, and he shall prolong his days. Now, I read you that. I'm going to read you this next part. You ready? Surely surely he has borne our griefs. He carried our sorrows. Yet we esteemed him stricken and smitten by God and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace, and with his wounds we are healed. We have all like sheep gone astray. Every one of us has turned and gone his own way, but the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Iniquity just means sin. So, who have you ever heard that was pierced for sins?
Jesus, right?
Jesus, bro. Do you know where I just read that text from?
Where?
700 years before Jesus was even born, in the book of Isaiah.
Oh my goodness.
And guess what? Jesus' crucifixion. Lay this out real quick. Jesus' crucifixion, he was pierced and nailed to a cross, right? His hands and his feet. Yeah? You've heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what Psalm 22
Yeah.
says, bro? Hold on. At least, I don't know when, so Isaiah was 700 years before Jesus. David is probably, I'm going to ballpark 1,000. Okay, I'm going to ballpark 1,000, something like that. Psalm 22. It is a psalm, which is like a song. Yeah, you've heard of like Christian songs, like a hymn. Heard of that before?
Yeah, obviously.
So the
Mm-hmm.
Psalms is like the hymn book of the Jews, way back thousands of years ago. Okay. I'm just gonna start somewhere here. This is part of the song. Okay. I am poured out like water. All of my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted within my breast. My strength is dried up like a potsherd. My tongue sticks to my mouth and to my jaws. You lay me in the dust of death. He's talking to God. For many dogs encompass me. A company of evildoers encircles me. Ready? They have pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all of my bones. They stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them, and they cast lots for my clothing. So, the crucifixion of Jesus, bro, what did they do? They pierced his hands and his feet with nails. Okay. Guess what the dudes that pierced his hands and his feet did at the foot of the cross? They
They
gambled
mocked him.
for his clothing. What did
Oh yeah, essentially.
this psalm that I just read you, bro, 1,000 years before Jesus was born, laid out, saying, they have pierced my hands and my feet. They're gambling for my clothes at my feet. Like that's what it says, bro. There's prophecy
Yeah.
upon prophecy about this dude, hundreds, thousands of years before he was even born, and his life is laid out in these texts. You can't miss it. Can't miss
Yeah,
it,
I
bro.
understand what you're saying. You're just saying
See?
there's irrefutable evidence for it, and it's like it went way before he was even born.